it seems like we've blown some games late. We necessarily haven't played really well here. It's been a number of things. When you don't win the games, for a while, it's usually a number of things that have to take place.
You guys are aware of that at all? You think about that at all?
No, I don't. I don't think they think about that at all because there's a lot of new pieces here. Pieces change a lot, so a lot of the guys weren't here last year when we played.
Robertson available?
I don't know. I'll check with all my guys to see how they are. That seems to be a question that's asked every day now, so about who's available. I just got to check with them.
Everyone healthy though in that time?
Yeah, well, I think everyone's healthy. Brian Roberts today is a player in the case of an emergency for me. I can use him. So.
How scary a moment was that yesterday when Roberts hits the foul ball off his knee?
Well, anytime you hit something off your kneecap, you worry about it. You get concerned that you could have a crack in it or shatter. It's a sensitive area, but for the most part, he says he feels pretty decent. He's sore, but there's really no swelling. So hopefully we won't need him today, and he'll be a player tomorrow.
A little bit of a relief though with the way injuries have gone this season so far.
Yeah, you worry about that whenever you get some of those hard foul tips, whether it's off a shin or off a foot or kneecap. You're going to worry about it.
So if he was good today, would you have DH Jeter?
I'm not so sure what I would have done today, so it made my decision pretty easy.
Did Joe Pineda do his simulated game this morning?
I have no idea.
Joe, I'm sure you never had to say anything to Mariano Rivera after a game, and you kind of knew what he was doing. Do you say anything to David after this one?
Just go out and do your job. It's going to happen. I said it was going to happen earlier. When he took over the job. Guys blow saves. It's just part of the game, and you bounce back. And he's been a huge part of our bullpen for a number of years. And there's been a day or two he's had a tough eighth inning, and he's bounced back and went on a great roll for us again.
Is there any key to putting it behind you, or you just have to have that mentality?
You just have to have that mentality. And I think the fact that he's an experienced bullpen guy will help him in this situation. If he was a rookie, he'd probably have a lot more concern. But it's an experienced bullpen guy.
So that said, this is his first full year in the closer role. Are you at all curious about how he bounces back?
I'm not really worried about it. In my mind, there's no question that he'll bounce back. So it's not something I spend any time thinking about how he'll react. I really haven't.
Do you think it helps him at all that he spent that many years in a bullpen watching Mariano?
Oh yeah, definitely. Because he saw Mo, how he took care of his business. And there was a save that got away from him, how he was the next day and handled it, and went right back out there like it never happened.
John Ryan has caught all but one of Nuno's stars. Do you like that combination?
Yeah, well, they've seemed to do a pretty good job together. It's kind of worked out. There's been a lot of lefties in those situations. So, and I've always said if you're going to give a guy a day off, a lot of times it's easier if they're catching the same guy all the time. That's the way I felt as a catcher, and I try to do that if I can.
Have you been surprised that Murphy, who's been a regular his whole life, has been able to keep his stroke playing, sparingly?
Yeah, it is somewhat surprising, especially for a young guy, because they are used to playing every day. But he works very hard. He gets in the cage. He's here for every extra BP. He's doing a lot of work catching drill the Y in the bullpen. So, he's doing what he has to. But it is somewhat surprising.
Brian McCann's foot was pretty heavily taped up this morning. Do you know what they're putting on there?
He had a ball off his foot, and they a lot of times tape it up at night to try to keep the swelling out. This happened last week when we were in New York, so it hasn't kept him from playing. It's just maintenance now. They put a pad on it, in case he tries to hit another ball off that same area.
At least he tries?
Yeah. Just rehabbing, has not played catch yet. Hopefully next week that starts. Go at it, try to do it again.
So you still think you're about at least 2 weeks away from getting him back?
I don't know how quickly it'll go once he starts playing catch, but I would say that's probably pretty close. I would think. He's got to throw a couple of bullpens, probably maybe an inning or two, yeah. Kelly. If he would have did everything he was supposed to this week, he would have been back maybe tomorrow. So we were going to take a week, but with the extra week now, it probably takes a little bit longer.
Joe Tanaka had not lost a game in a long time. I'm curious how he.
Yeah, I mean, it's what, been 43 starts or something like that. I mean, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, see how he handles it, but I'm sure he'll handle it well, just like he has everything else. Maybe we'll make him mad. Roll off 44 this time.
So do you still have to kind of like oversee him, how he's transitioning to that pitching every 5 days? It's still on your mind. It's still
Sure. Yeah, I mean, we still pay attention to it and how his stuff is responding every fifth day. Yeah, we definitely pay attention to that.
What have you noticed about him maybe late in games now that he's on that 5th day routine?
He hasn't really changed. It usually seems his stuff gets better as the game goes on. So that's what I've seen for the most part.
And that stayed consistent?
Yeah.
Are you familiar that Ichiro wants to pitch?
Well, I know that he's done it in the past, and I'm sure he would love to do it. I think every position player would probably love to do it. I would have been one of the few who didn't want to do it. Not unless I could put my... Well, hopefully I don't need to use it, but if I did need to use someone, I would definitely bring it up to him.
Mm-hmm. Now that Dean Anna's not here.
Yeah, that's right.
Random question, but the games that we're going to catch before you catch it.
Hopefully I don't need it. I don't know who I'd put back there. Tony. It's when you start taking volunteers. Tanaka, right?
Was Ryan the only guy who could have played at first this night?
He was the guy that I was most comfortable playing at first.
Okay.
Not the only guy.
No,
I mean, I've been
could've-
known to run some other people out at
Could have put
positions.
Tanaka out there, but yeah.
Could have put Chase Whitley. He was an infielder.
Yeah, right.
What was the last year Tanaka caught?
He was 12 years old.
12? He's only 25.
That long ago?
I mean, it's been that long since I caught.
You could do it.
Yeah.